Hi everybody, Leo Brady here with AMovieGuy.com. It is an honor to be sitting here with writer and actor Leah McKendrick. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this
Cool.
is awesome. So let's get right into the writing process.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome film in terms of just what it's all about. I mean, about this sort of revenge film. Where did this movie come into your mind? How did you get the idea to make this?
I just kept seeing a lot of stuff in the media about these girls being failed by the system, and I felt really powerless, and I felt like I think I wanted to work through that my own way in my film. And I love horror films, I love thrillers, and I thought, we don't have a whole lot of female sort of vigilante films. There's not a whole lot of that, but we've got like Dexter, we've got Batman, and
Yeah.
they're so popular for men, and so I'm always trying to do that, incorporate women into sort of traditionally men roles.
Yeah. Now, can you talk about working with your director, Natalia Latay? How did you bring her onto the film, and what was it like working with her?
I saw her previous film, Bear, and I thought this is the girl. Her film was sexual and gritty and brave and interesting, and I didn't know anybody that knew her,
Yeah.
I thought, and so I really was tired of going through reps, through agents, and I was like, and I kept going around and searching through female directors and just not really finding the perfect fit. And then I found out that I did know somebody that knew her, had hired her on a previous project, and
Yeah.
I was like, hook it up, because I had already seen her film, I already loved her, I really wanted her, and I didn't know that she had such a personal connection to the film, because she went through a lot of scary stuff sexually in art school, just like our protagonist in the film, and she had a direct connection to the film for that reason. And so working with her was super, super duper collaborative. I changed the script for her. She had notes, and so we worked on the script a lot. So it changed a lot from when she got on board, and even from there, it changed a lot through production and through post, because some things just didn't work, you know, and which is like heartbreaking as a writer. You want everything that you wrote to just like look the way that it does in your head, and you realize that some things just aren't going to work and things have to change. And we shot 2 endings. We did an alternate ending, so it's not actually the ending of the film is not the original ending that I wrote.
Okay.
So but I think it became both of our baby.
Yeah.
And I think that it's better for that.
Yeah, so let's get into your protagonist, Francesca Eastwood,
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood's daughter.
Yes.
Pretty amazing to get her onto this film, and her performance is awesome.
Thank you.
What was it that you saw in her that you just knew she could be the lead of this film? Especially as somebody, her character's somebody who kind of goes on this sort of mean journey, I guess you'd say.
Sure, yeah, it's quite a journey. I mean, we really wanted somebody that was very unique.
Yeah.
I think it was the biggest thing, and there's so many beautiful, talented actresses in Hollywood, but we were looking for something really different and sort of special, where you would see her and feel like she could realistically be a girl that goes on a vigilante killing spree if you wronged her, and then still would be likable and endearing, and you would still be on her side. And so that was such a challenge. And with Fran, I loved that she has this unique look. She's beautiful, but she's also she doesn't look like anybody else, you know, and you just kind of want to look at her face, and you see a lot going on behind her eyes. And I originally wrote the role for myself.
Yeah.
So part of the deal was that I said, I'm not giving up my lead role unless it's an actress that I feel is, you're not taking my role unless I choose the actress with Natalia, and that it's somebody that I believe in 100%. And I really thought that Franny was that unique that I was willing to sort of hand that over to her.
That's awesome. So you handed over the lead role, but then you still got your character, and really some powerful moments, powerful performance.
Thank
It's like really some hard scenes to do.
Really tough.
Yeah. Talk about that. Like, what was your prep like in order to shoot those scenes?
I was so emotional while shooting this whole movie. While making the whole movie, it was so easy for me, because I was just in that space of just being just sort of down and just so much going on, so as an actor, sometimes the stress and all of that can help you, because you're more in touch with your emotions, and you're you don't have to fight through it. It's there, and you're ready to sort of reveal it all. But for me, also, I would say that I love all of my characters, because I wrote them. And if there was a character that didn't belong in the script, somebody already told me, and I fought for it and probably lost. And so every single character I had spent, 2 years as I was writing.
Yeah.
So when I decided to take Sky instead of the lead role, I love Sky.
Yeah.
I love that girl. And
Yeah.
a lot of people spoke to me when they would read the script that she really spoke to them.
Right.
And having gone through what she goes through in the film, and so I felt really connected, and I felt like I really understood her, so it wasn't actually that tough.
Yeah, I mean, well, the subject matter too is obviously, really hard for people to watch in general. I mean, like, The Hunting Ground was obviously a very, incredible documentary,
Yes.
and talks about the subject of on-campus, like, assault, sexual assault.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to sort of show a film like this, and hopefully people can see that, like, this is something that needs to be paid attention to, this is something that we need to do something about?
It
Talk a
means
little about
everything
that.
to me.
Yeah.
This movie would not have gotten finished because I wanted to give up so many times.
Right.
It was so difficult in every phase,
Yeah.
from development to financing to production to post. It was like the problem child of the universe, this film.
Yeah.
Just because little things would go wrong, and there were many points where it was much easier to just scrap it.
Yeah.
And I felt so strongly because so many girls had come to me and told me that they had a personal connection, that they had been raped in school, that the system had failed them, that they heard that the film was getting made and couldn't wait to see it, that they believed that films like this belonged in the world, and I felt so responsible all of a sudden, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna die someday, and I want the work that I have made to mean something.
Yeah.
And I want it to represent who I am, not just as an actress or whatever, but like as a voice, and hope that something that I made spoke to somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think that survivors of sexual assault are so underrepresented in film and cinema and in conversation. It's just something that's so much easier to not discuss. It comes with a lot of shame.
Yeah.
And I want to be someone that is not, despite being afraid of discussing it, I still do it anyway. And that's
Right.
what the film is about, is, one of the lines in the film that I stole from my acting teacher, John Rosenfeld, was, be so honest that you make the world uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Make the world uncomfortable with your honesty. I'm not comfortable making a film with a ton of nudity and rape and murder, but
Right.
that was what I had to do as an artist and as a woman, and I think that I'm really grateful for the people that have rallied behind it.
Yeah, definitely. So have you heard a lot of good feedback so far on people that have seen the
You're
film?
like one of the only people that has seen the film.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nobody
I'm
has.
so proud of this.
Nobody has seen the film.
Okay.
It truly is going to be the premiere tomorrow,
Oh,
because
that's awesome.
we were fighting to finish it.
Yeah.
It was just, we finished it like a week ago.
Okay. all
Like
right.
I was like watching for sound in the room, like South by is like, where's our DCP? Like
Yeah.
we really just finished it. So anytime anybody, like the few people that have seen it, and they tell me that they, thought this or that, and they responded to it, I'm like, oh, thank God,
Yeah.
because I have no idea what people think.
Yeah, I think fans are going to really get a lot out of this. I
Thank
think
you.
stories like these need to continue to be told, just like you
Absolutely.
said, and getting the message out there,
Yeah.
giving women a chance to sort of, in a way, get their payback, and also,
Yeah.
be able to stand up for themselves, up on the
Totally.
screen. So
Yeah,
I think that shows
100%.
up. So,
Thank you.
so what's next for you? What are you working on now?
After this, because it was so heavy and there was so much emotional, it was very emotionally draining for 2.5 years making the film.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was like, I'm gonna do something that's musical about witches.
Oh.
So I wrote a pilot.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I wrote a pilot about an underground burlesque club in New Orleans run by a coven of witches.
I think
And
that's amazing.
thank
Have you
you.
seen the movie The Love Witch?
I have not seen it yet. I really
Anna
want
Biller,
to see it.
Anna
Looks
Biller's
great.
on our homepage right now
Oh,
for our
right on.
interview,
Oh, I gotta
and
watch that.
yeah, it's a phenomenal
really
movie.
stylistic and
Yes,
cool.
Technicolor, great.
I love that.
Yeah, and she does all of her own work, kind of like you.
Oh,
so it's
right
like,
on.
so it's like about getting women's voices out there.
Love
and
that.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, well, great. We can't wait to hear back from everybody after they see the film,
Yay.
and we know a lot of people are gonna love it. We loved it.
Thank
So
you.
thank
That's
you.
so nice.
Thanks so much.
Thanks
all right.
for having
Thanks, guys.
me.
Bye.